I'm here to say hello to all those book readers out there. My name is Alysia, and the book I'll be discussing is A Thousand Splendid Suns, and this book was written by Khaled Hosseini. I would give this book about 4.5 stars. This book takes place in Afghanistan, and the story begins in a small hovel just outside Herat. Miriam and her mom, Nana, sit in that small place in which they call home. Eventually, she moves in with her dad because of some unforeseen circumstances. Jalil, her father, marries her off to someone decades older than her. And their marriage, you can imagine, was not very good. And then the character Lila is introduced through some very peculiar circumstances. And then she somehow joins their marriage. And then, even though at first they had some rough times and Miriam didn't like the new change, they eventually became really good friends. They were practically sisters. And they changed each other's lives forever. And the rest you have to figure out for yourself if you read it. And this book is very much so a realistic fiction book, because this story is based on things that could actually happen. I would recommend this book to anyone who likes cultural and historical books. This book was written about Afghanistan in the 1960s. I would also recommend it to people who enjoy realistic fiction, because even though this book takes place in a very tragic time in Afghanistan, there are very bittersweet scenes in which it holds between Miriam and Lila. They sat on folding chairs outside and ate halwa with their fingers from a common bowl. They had a second cup, and when Lila asked her if she wanted a third, Miriam said she did. As gunfire cracked in the hills, they watched the clouds slide over the moon and the last of the season's fireflies charting bright yellow arcs in the dark. And when Aziza woke up crying and Rashid yelled for Lila to come up and shut her up, a look passed between Lila and Miriam, an unguarded, knowing look. And in this fleeting, wordless exchange with Miriam, Lila knew that they were no longer enemies. So this part of the book really makes me love it even more, and I think you would agree if you read it too. This exchange between Miriam and Lila makes me realize that this book, even though in really tragic and sad times, makes life seem even better when there's good times happening, even when there's bad all around. Thanks for watching my book review, and I really hope it made you want to read A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini.